Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to episode 6 of Civilization 6 as Australia. Since recording the last 5 videos there has actually been another patch and a DLC. It's the 4th DLC that they have released and it is a double Civ pack this time around, including Persia and Macedon. Obviously we won't get to see any of those in this game because the game's already started, so there's no chance of that happening. And I'll come back and cover those in another video at some point, probably might even do a stream or something. As it's the 4th DLC, it should be the last DLC pack that you receive automatically if you bought the Digital Deluxe Edition. I noticed there's quite a few people complaining on Steam forums and whatnot, complaining that Firaxis are releasing these quote-unquote micro DLCs, and I don't see what their problem is. Civilization 5 was exactly the same. Most of the DLCs released for Civ 5 were either single civilizations with a single-player scenario for that civilization, or there were a couple of packs that had like 2 civilizations in them, and then there was like map packs and stuff like that. I don't know whether people were expecting Firaxis to be releasing like expansion sized DLCs every few months. I really don't know what people were expecting there. But anyway, aside from the fact that there is this new DLC, there's also been a new patch, which is the Spring 2017 patch. So first of all, one of the first things they've done that's very relevant to this game is they've given Australia a slight nerf. As you might remember, one of our unique abilities is this, well, it used to be campuses, commercial hubs, holy sites and theatre squares used to get +2 from tiles with charming appeal and +4 in breathtaking. As you can see, the +2 is now +1 and the +4 is now +3. That's really the only nerf that Australia has had, so it's not a massive nerf, but it is a nerf all the same. A couple of other things that have changed. They've now made harbours much more useful. So I mentioned in the first or second video of this campaign that you no longer get a additional trade route for having a harbour and a commercial hub. You get one trade route from one of them, whichever one you build first, so they don't stack anymore. But they have made the harbours more useful now. So the harbours now get a massive bonus for being adjacent to a city. Also, once you get a lighthouse, it gives you +1 food in every sea tile. And if you get a shipyard, I think, it gives you +2 gold in every sea tile, so that is absolutely fantastic there. Also, if you're playing as England, the Royal Navy Dockyard will give you an extra trade route, despite whether or not you already have a commercial hub, so it kind of makes England a little bit more powerful there. They've also changed the way that some of the warmonger penalties are calculated. So if you declare war against someone you've denounced, warmonger penalty is not going to be quite as high. That also includes for capturing cities. Now, obviously, any wars that we've already had in this game are going to be calculated at the old rate, so that warmonger penalty is not going to change. But future wars, it should change slightly. But without further ado, let us go and get on with the game. I remember being a little bit... You want to... Well, I don't want open borders. It's interesting that you're suddenly willing to trade. How about you increase the amount of gold that you're willing to give me for it? Oh, that's flat gold. We want gold per turn. Will you give me like 7 or something? Will you give me anything reasonable for it? 4 gold per turn. It's not a lot, is it? I'm just trying to get something that isn't a complete bum deal here. 10 gold. You'll give me 10 gold. Sure, fine. Money is money, I suppose. So you might remember that I was a little bit worried that Germany might be trying something, because we do have one of Germany's cities occupied. And they're starting to get a lot of units around here, including catapults, which are not good. But we're going to try and make sure that we can deal with that. In the meantime, we're going to keep having a look around here. We do know that there are some barbarians around, so we do have to be a little bit careful there. And what are we going to do with you? We'll probably just sort of keep you around. Do we have any more barbarian camps that we need to wipe out? Doesn't look like we do, so we can probably just put you on alert. I'm still thinking that we might want to get a city somewhere in the middle here. I know there aren't any pastures, but we'd get a lot of food from being next to Kilimanjaro here. And it would give us the potential to grab this fish and the crab. So it might not be a bad idea trying to... that's the wrong button. It might not be a bad idea trying to get one sort of here on this tile. So that would actually make things quite nice for us. We'll put some thought into that. We'll give it some consideration. There aren't really a lot of other... How far is that away? 1, 2, 3. We will get the pearls. There aren't really a lot of other tiles that we'd like to grab. Might be nice if we could get some of this iron or some of this niter, because we don't actually have any of it at the moment, which is a real sort of setback for us. But we will see what happens. So what have we got over here? We've got a builder, and I can't remember what I was doing with you. Looks like our pastures are already all upgraded here. What about some of my other cities? We can go and improve that cocoa down there, actually. Do we have any builders down here that could help with those? Do have a builder over there. We're getting our own builder here, so let's leave this guy up top for now. And I don't really see an awful lot that I desperately want to improve with you right away, so I'm just going to go and get you to sleep for now. So let us carry on. So we've got this crossbow here. We'll put you on alert. Again, a little bit of worried about Germany, but if they do declare war, they are kind of stuck in the middle of all my troops. And Palenque, at least they were. I don't know if the situation has changed. Yeah, I'm still Palenque's suzerain. So if Germany declare war, they've got to deal with all of these units over here as well. So I can't see them being that stupid, but it's the AI in Civilization 6, so you never really know. We're still trying to find 3 other civilizations. That would be a lot of barbarians. I'm not sure we're going to be able to get out of that, but we'll give it a go. There's not an awful lot going on at the moment, and by that I mean we can't really do anything. Might just try and lead these barbarians all up towards Norway's borders.
Have been so simple as the stirrup. But few have had so catalytic an influence.
See if he wants to deal with them. Oh, that's a slight change now to the tree. This icon here allows clearing of marsh, so they've actually added these things in. You used to only see these things if you actually highlighted the tech itself, but they've now actually put an icon and show it on the panel. That's quite a nice touch there. So what do we want to go for? We could go for the better walls. See, musketmen, we don't have access to any niter at the moment, so that doesn't really help us. Try and build the Forbidden City that we don't really need it. We'll try and get Alhambra. Gives us an extra military policy slot. Great general points. Could be useful. Let's go and work on castles. We'll see what happens. Let's go on to the next turn. Gorgo talking smack to us, but, you know, we expect that sort of thing. Again, I think she's too far away to really declare war, so I'm not really bothered about her. I think Germany's the only one that might actually try something silly here, but we will see. So, Perth, you have finished your construction, which was a builder. I guess we should be working on universities and things like that. You don't have a lot of production going on here, do you? But there's no other real buildings that you could build. So I guess you will work on that university. Let's go and start with that. And we've got our builder now, so let's go ahead and improve this. We won't be able to sell it off to somebody else. And yeah, let's go ahead and get you up here and we'll heal you up, and then we'll get you off into the water and go another way round. I didn't used to have all the yields turned on. Why do I have all yields turned on now? Map options, show yield icons. Yeah, this just make the map look messy. We don't need to have them all on. So there is some iron close by that we're probably not going to be able to get. So yeah, you're going to go ahead and get the plantation there. What tiles are we actually working here? You are working that tile. That's fine. It's not a terrible tile, so we'll keep on with that. We just need to sort of work through the civics tree so we can get the outback station. I mean, we're only 8 turns away. Build 2 markets. Don't think we have enough commercial hubs to do that. So do we want to do anything else with you? Well, we don't really want to do anything around the pasture, because we want to save those tiles there. Let's move you over here, though, and go and get that stone. Give us some extra production going. Once we've finished the holy site here, we might consider getting another settler. That'll probably be the last city that we actually settle ourselves, unless we find, like, a really good spot. That was the sound of barbarians spawning somewhere. Ah, we've just ran into you via ship. That's unfortunate. Although they have just made it possible for me to clear that camp. We'll probably die because we've done it, but money is money. We've got plenty of spare scouts anyway. Yeah, what exactly are you trying here, Germany? If Germany do declare war again, we will take their capital. Yeah, the archers will kill you anyway. Oh, yeah, you're dead. That's fine. I expected as much. We lost a unit. That is fine. We weren't working on the Great Library. I'm actually surprised it's been as long as it has. Anywhere else that we could become the suzerain of? Amsterdam we've already invested a fair bit in, so let's keep going and trying to work on Amsterdam. Great, we have managed to pull them back onto our side. Good. Let's go ahead and build the quarry there. Are we working that tile? We are not. Should we be working that tile? We want to keep working that pasture. I definitely want to work that tile. That one doesn't necessarily need to be locked. Yeah, I think the tiles it's working are probably the correct tiles, so let's move on. We are getting a commercial hub over here in Mainz. And we have got ourselves some barbarians over here. Now, you're going to be a little bit tricky to get to. Oh, there's a camp right there. That's unfortunate. Let's move you forwards a little. Let's go and start moving down here with the warrior, and then we'll be able to clear that out. It shouldn't be a problem. We've got plenty of units around up here. So, we could go and work... Well, the shrine's only 3 turns, so let's go ahead and work on it. Still hoping that we might be able to get a religion. It's not guaranteed at this point. I think there might still be... Yep, there are still a couple of religions left, so it is possible that we might get a religion. Again, we'll want to try and put as many outback stations around the campuses as possible. So I don't really want to use up all of the builds on my builders. So we'll just sort of have to wait for 3 more turns. Obviously, Barbosa talking some...
If you see a castle under fog, you must walk there.
Barbarossa. I keep saying Barbosa. As Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, Barbarossa keeps talking smack. Open technology tree. So, what do you want to go for? I mean, it would be nice to get this. Patala Palace is also nice for that extra diplomacy slot. Though banking is also nice. Let's go for gunpowder. We can always buy some niter off somebody. Chichen Itza has been built by somebody. That's fine. And barbarians approach. Yes, yes they do. But their scout is dead. Now then, question is, what do they have down here? Spearmen. So we'll sit here and we'll ping at them a little bit with our crossbow on the next turn. You are going to go and look down here and hopefully do some exploration without getting completely smashed by the barbarians. You can skip a turn. We're very, very close now. 2 turns away from guild, so we'll finally be able to get those outback stations. This is where Australia should get really strong really fast. And that's given us a boost towards military training. So let's go ahead and get that market. We might as well. I mean, we've already built the commercial hub, so it seems silly not getting the market. So let's go and do that. Cologne, you have finished your encampment. So you might as well go and get the barracks. We will get the barracks, and then we'll probably work on the university after that. You also probably want the medieval walls, as you are very, very close to Germany. We can get another trade route. So we'll want to do that. Let's move forwards with you a little bit. start weakening these guys up, and we'll just put you in front just to block them so they can't get around. And we still need another turn. Right, pastures. Where do we have pastures? We have a pasture over here. So let's go ahead and get a builder adjacent to that pasture ready. And we'll see how far we can get around with this guy. Just have to control him manually now. Looks like there's been some wars declared here. Knowledge of banking has boosted. So that is America as America versus Gorgo. Okay. So obviously all the city-states get involved in that. So not a war that I'm involved in. Choose our civic. Okay, so... Gold from envoys at city-states. That could be useful. Or we can go for diplomatic service. Reformed church, exploration... I'm trying to think which one gives us the best. That one gives us more wild card policies. This one gives us more military policies. Let's go and work into exploration. And over here we'll go and work on the university. So now then, we should be able to build outback stations. Let's go ahead and drop one of those down. And as you can see, we've actually got 2 pastures there. So it joins both of them together. That was a perfect place to put that one. If we go and have a look at the... if I click on the right button, and we go ahead and have a look at our yields now. So we'll start getting extra food and production. We do want to get more outback stations around these where we can, and we can build outback stations like anywhere. They don't have to be next to pastures, but being next to pastures makes them better. I thought we did have another builder up here. Apparently we do not. How much money do we have? Probably enough to buy a builder, so we will do that. We do have a builder up here. We've got a pasture. We've got several pastures here, so let's go. We've got at least 3. So let's go ahead and put you in the middle of those 2 pastures there. We'll continue to try and weaken this guy up. Some more niter down here. Again, just a little bit out of range. That should be this camp cleared as well. There we go. A little bit of money back. Offsets buying that builder anyway. And let's go on to the next turn. Still got more civs to find. Must be on another landmass somewhere. So you guys can return home, as can you, just in case Germany decides to try and get fresh. So we are basically just going to go around and get these outback stations everywhere. Let's go and get one over here, because it'll make the tile useful. You're going to go and grab... See, we've got 4 pastures here. Yeah, we really need to spam these out. Now then, what are you doing? Did we actually... Are you automated? No, we'll make sure you are. I think you've been standing there for a while, and I'd kind of forgotten about you, but that's fine. Spam outback stations. That's what we need to do. And we need to get another trade route.
Quarrels interpose must often wipe a bloody nose.
No, you can get a market. You probably should get a market. After a market, get a trader. In fact, get the trader first. Then get the market. That'll be fine. Send an envoy. Well, we might as well go for the 6 on Amsterdam. Get the top bonus we can from them. We can now even get another trade route as well. So the number just keeps increasing. So you guys go up there and fortify until healed. You get back in the city. We do have a builder here. I'm not seeing any more... I mean, we could build them around these tiles, certainly. We'll go and build one over there. So you're going to do it. You're going to go and build an outback station. So that outback station now should give us... so even though that's on a desert hill, gives us 2 production and 2 food. That's a really, really good tile. So yeah, these are going to build up quite nicely. These are really going to power through our cities here. You can just go on to alert. You're going to build... you can't build an outback station. Because apparently it's not the right type of tile. There are limitations to what you can build them on, and I've forgotten what they are. Can only be built on desert hills, grasslands, and plains. So we can't get them everywhere we want. This one here is a... Can we do it on that one? It's not a hill. Technically it should be grasslands if we remove the forest. We'll have a look. It might work. We should be able to get one there. And indeed we can. So yeah, you can't basically build them on any tile. We'll get as many as we can. I don't think we're going to find too much more down here. Yeah, you can't build it on that one either, which is unfortunate. You can build one on that tile, though. Now then, what other tiles could you potentially build it on? Down here on the marsh, maybe? If you remove the marsh, you might be able to. We'll do one more turn. We'll see what we can pull off. You need to get some more trade routes. You're now fully healed. That's fine. Just go on to alert. So yeah, we can get an outback station down here. And then that gives us a very nice tile that we can work down there. Look at that. 3 food, 3 production, 2 gold. And some of that is thanks to Petra. But, I mean, that is absolutely amazing. Who else do we have? Yep, you can get an outback station there. So, let's go and do that. We should be able to get one over here somewhere. Yep, you can't get an outback station there. What if we clear the marsh first? Then that just makes it grassland. Then we should be able to build one there, right? So, yeah, that's about as far as we can go around there now. We know that we've actually got rid of the camp. So, we'll just go back to exploring. That was supposed to be the end of the video, but I've done it again. We can... Oh, it's a great scientist. I was hoping we'd get a great profit. America's going to beat us to it. We might just beat Germany. Gain 250 science on standard speed for each adjacent mountain tile. I'll take him, but we don't really have a lot of mountains available. I suppose we could go ahead and put you here. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. If we can get you in there, actually, we can get the full 5. It's as high as we could. Yeah, so that's the plan we'll go for. Mains, why don't you also work on a trader for me? Because I need another one. And my scientist, yeah, if you can, without getting killed. In fact, let's go ahead and just transfer you to this city. That'll make life easier. And let's get you over there. We'll build another outback station. And we need to try and find... How many builds have you got left? Just 1. So we might have to clear some of these features. But that is fine. Obviously we can't do it on the hills. So let's move you over there. We'll clear the forest. And yeah, now you can actually build an outback station. So this is really going to make these tiles far more valuable. Yes, I do like that. Still got units needing orders, of course, that is you. Not too sure where we can get you to now. I might tempted to put you back on auto explore, but that is all I can do for that turn, so I'm going to end the video there. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Civilization 6 as Australia. I'll see you on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.